Okay.
Yeah,
I'm interested to hear about that later.
I know. He. Anyways, welcome back to our main video.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah. 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 This didn't die, did it?
No,
Okay. Okay. Just
did it
making sure.
die? Okay, cool. It didn't die, but I felt like I was dying this week, and it's been one of those
Right.
weeks where you wish it ended. It has. So let's talk about sports.
Our favorite thing.
Anyway,
Yeah. Just a quick episode overview. Normal stupid statistics. We have a couple things in there. We'll go on, we'll talk about soccer, and then we'll transition into the NFL and racing to wrap up the episode before we make our radar points. And I feel like it's a good week to make that because we just got so many sports going on here that who knows where we're gonna end up watching things. So yeah, but I'll let you start off with stupid statistics here.
so first things first, we have Jeremy Lin announced his retirement from the NBA. Hope you enjoy that. Anyways, um, so Florida State upset number eight ranked Alabama 31-17, to start off the college football season.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they upset Alabama. Clemson lost to LSU, I believe. That was 17-10. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of crazy scores this week. Texas, number one ranked, lost to number three ranked Ohio State, and that wasn't really a game. So
maybe. Anyways, so then there's almost a 20-year age gap between the oldest starting quarterback and youngest starting quarterback in the NFL this season. I guess I get to guess who.
yes, you do.
Oh, okay. There's almost a 20-year age gap between the oldest starting quarterback and the youngest starting quarterback. I'm gonna have to think about all the quarterbacks.
Well,
Travis
you
Kelsey
definitely,
is in his 30s,
but
and then you
Travis
have
Kelsey is a good.
right. What am I thinking? Who's? I always tend to forget Mr. Kermit himself. There's a reason why. Um, you can tell who's more famous on that team. Joe Burrow's in his 30s too. Josh Allen is in his 30s. He's not in his 30s.
He's only a couple years older than us. For real? I'm sorry, Josh. My bad. Ignore me. Why did I think he was in his 30s? It doesn't hit right that he's dating someone my age. It just doesn't seem right in my head. Sorry, Joe. Why did I think they were in their 30s? They're in their late 20s. No, how old are these people? I'm sorry, Josh. Give me 1 second, because now I'm like having a crisis here. I can tell you the youngest starting quarterback. He's 29. Josh Allen's 29. I was close. Okay. The youngest starting quarterback is your age. Is he single? No. They actually recently announced that he was having a kid. I don't think that we mentioned it though, so. But I think that you'll definitely, no, not 30. You'll definitely get the oldest. Or you should. I should? Why do I feel like I'm like ranking on names? You have Graf. You have Lamar Jackson. You have, I mean, why am I breaking up? I'm not breaking on this. I was talking to Becca about Lamar Jackson because she has Lamar Jackson on her fantasy team. Shout out to Becca. I don't even know why I picked him. I just picked him because like he has the same last name as me. Well, I didn't even know. I should know it. Who's the oldest Jets quarterback? He used to play for the Jets. Wait, isn't he playing for someone else? Is he playing for the Steelers now? Oh, I know who it is, but I can't think of the name. I trash talking wolf. Is the other one Purdy? No, I just know Purdy just had a kid. That's why. No. Yeah, Purdy? I think that they announced that he's having one as well. He just had a kid. Him and McCaffrey just had a kid. Congrats, 49ers. I just can't think of his name, and that's why I'm like trying to like move to someone else because I know who it is. You know who I'm talking about. He was dating that actress, but they broke up. And he had a thing with Danica Patrick. He keeps breaking things, and he never can make it to the actual season. And he's very controversial. Yeah, I know, but why can't I think of his name? You all know who I'm talking about because I know who it is, but I just can't think of his name. No, I'm bad with names. The youngest one is the quarterback for the Commanders, right? No, not the Green Bay Packers, but they're in the same division as the Packers. That probably doesn't help you at all.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers is the one I was looking for the oldest.
The problem is, I know who it is. I knew who it was, like, clearly. But it's just, I'm bad with names, and I kept wanting to
Yeah.
call him Aiden. I'm like, that's not right.
Right, no, that's not right. But then the youngest is JJ McCarthy. You were never gonna get that.
I was never gonna get that. But it's
No,
okay.
but I was trying to get you because Michigan, Minnesota. I was trying to get you on the right path.
I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm editing it anyways. Anyways, back to that. At least you guys knew I knew who Aaron Rodgers was. I just didn't know his name because I kept wanting to call him Aiden. That's besides the point. Is Colton Herta looking to make jump to F2 in order to get enough points for super license and potentially a shot at F1?
There have been rumors. He hasn't denied anything. He hasn't confirmed anything. I feel like he could be looking to make that jump.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how he does. I think he would do pretty good. But he definitely would need time in F2.
Depending on the team.
Yeah. And then we have Brighton James Milner. I feel like I said that right. Is the second youngest player and second oldest player to ever score in the Premier League after scoring in Brighton's game against Man City.
Which we'll get to in a second. But yeah. So before we get too far into it, I'm still not doing the standings because we need more games to be played to get a better feel for the season, and it's just not worth it, you know? So as usual, we'll start in Serie A. Parma and Atalanta tied 1-1. AC Milan won 2-0 over Lecce. Napoli won 1-0 over Cagliari. Juventus beat Genoa 1-0. Inter Milan lost to Udinese 2-1. And Lazio beat Verona 4-0. And then to the Premier League, and we were just talking about Brighton winning 2-1 over Man City. They are not having a good start to their season. Tough luck, Man City. But Chelsea are still having a fantastic run here. They beat Fulham 2-0. And then Bournemouth beat Spurs 1-0. Man United beat Burnley 3-2. Their first win so far, so we'll see if they can keep it up, you know. And then Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa 3-0. Chris Richards actually started. I believe he played the full 90 and he kept the clean sheet. So shout out to Chris Richards. And then Liverpool beat Arsenal 1-0. I heard that there was a bit of controversy for this game, but I don't know exactly what it was about. So guess we'll figure that out later. And then La Liga, Atleti tie Alves 1-1. Barcelona tie Rayo Vallecano. I don't speak Spanish. 1-1. And then Real Madrid beat Mallorca 2-1. But over to the Bundesliga, the league that we actually care about here. 10 men Werder Bremen tied Leverkusen 3-3. Leverkusen actually gave up a 3-1 lead in the 64th minute. So Erik ten Hag, what are you doing? What are you doing? Giving up a 3-1 lead. Malik Tillman scored, so hats off to Malik. But RB Leipzig beat Heidenheim 2-0. Stuttgart beat Mönchengladbach 1-0. Dortmund beat Union Berlin 3-0 somehow. But then the game we care about, Bayern beating Augsburg 3-2. We had goals from Serge Gnabry, Luis Diaz, and Michael Olise in the 28th, 45 plus 4, and 48th minute. respectively. We had 10 shots on target, 20 shots total, 58% of possession, and 5 corners. So we pretty much we did some good. But yeah, so this week is the international break, and so we won't see the club teams playing. And yeah, but we did have the Champions League draw earlier this week, and let me just say, Bayern's path is gonna be tough. We have the toughest schedule, I believe, at a 92.8% toughness, so I'm hoping for the best. But I honestly think it's doable, so but we'll go over to the NFL.
Right, welcome back, guys, to the NFL. So first things first, we have the Chiefs. Wide receiver Rashid Rice. I always feel like I say his name wrong, but I know it's right. Has a 6-game suspension for violating the league's personal conduct policy. Will be eligible to return Week 7 versus the Raiders. The poor Raiders. And then we have the Panthers trade wide receiver. I'm gonna really screw up his Thielen? Thielen? I thought I was saying it wrong. See? A conditional 2026 7th round pick and a 2027 5th round pick to the Vikings for a 2026 5th round pick and a 2027 4th round pick. That's like if a woodchuck could chuck wood kind of sentence.
Yes.
If you get my drift.
Yes, it is.
Then the Cowboys trade edge Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round pick and one player. That's one player. Okay, cool. I didn't know what you meant right there. And then the 49ers gave up 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance. Okay. And then now Micah's making more money than Patrick Mahomes. Good. Patrick Mahomes need to be humbled. And then the Ravens signed safety Kyle Hamilton to a 4-year, $100.4 million extension, making him the highest paid safety in NFL history. Is he that great as a safety?
Yeah.
You deserve it, dude. If you want to donate to your local cause, I'm broke. I will gladly accept. Anyways, and then the Commanders and wide receiver Terry McLaurin agrees to a 3-year contract extension worth $96 million. Wow. And then Browns trade Kenny Pickett to the Raiders following wrist injury to Aiden O'Connell. Leaves Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shadar Sanders on their roster.
And
Dang.
that's in the order of their starting, backup, and third string quarterback. So
Lovely. And then regular season starts Thursday with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Dang.
Yes.
Guess I'm rooting for the Eagles. Anyway,
for a tie.
I'm rooting for the game to end.
Yeah.
Anyways, to racing.
Yes, to racing. We got a lot going on there. We had everything this week. We had IndyCar, we had NASCAR, and we had F1. But our F1 video, per usual, will be out later this week because we like to go a little bit more in depth about it. And if we added it onto this, you guys already know this would be like an hour episode, and we're not trying to do that to you.
If you want to see the trial run videos. I was just gonna say, if you wanted to see what it actually is like, go watch our old videos.
Yes, do that.
Anyways.
But we will be having our Zandvoort recap and Monza preview out later this week. But to IndyCar, which I'm going to pull up here. Okay, so we had Paddle Award starting on pole. We are in Nashville, at the Super Speedway for the Borchetta Bourbon Music City Grand Prix. So, whoop-de-doo. Pato Award, pole. Amazing start. He was able to hold off Alex Palou. I'm telling you, I watched it and I was like, if he gives it up to Alex, I'm gonna lose my mind. But he didn't. He had a fantastic start, and I thought that was gonna set the tone for the rest of the race. And it did up until a certain point, and we'll get to that. But Christian Rasmussen crashed. He didn't even complete a full lap after he won last week, and tough luck. But then lap 9, we had a restart, and Pato still led. Alex was in second, and Scott made his way up to third. Laps 10 through 15, we got Alex Palou and Pato looking racy on one another. Pato had the inside line, and that just worked so well for him. He was able to hold off Alex, and I was just so happy. And then lap 38, we actually had them catch up to the back markers. And Pato made some really nice passes, and he made a 3-second gap, and he put the lapped cars in between him and Alex, and it was so nice. So nice to watch. And then lap 52, Alex's front right tire actually popped. So that was the first start of tire troubles for this race. But he somehow avoided crashing and made it back to pit lane and was able to continue. So then lap 65, we still had Pato in first, David Malukas in second, Alex in third, Scott into fourth, and Santino Ferrucci into fifth. Lap 80, David hit the wall, not great, but he was able to continue for a little bit. And then lap 83, Louis Foster and David had contact, and David went into the wall. So he ended up having to get pulled out of his car by the AMR safety teams, and he got transported to the hospital, but he already posted that he's okay and he's fine, so feel better, David. But yeah, and yeah, fun times. But then lap 87, we got our leaders pitting under caution to put on new tires because you had to run 2 sets of soft and a set of hard tires for the race. So yeah, and then lap 101, we had a restart. Pato was still in the lead. Scott took second from Alex, and then Colton Herta overtook Josef Newgarden for fourth, and Colton was on a hot streak, and somehow by lap 107, he's up into second place. So fun times. And then lap 126 or 127, either one, Pato hit the wall, and it wasn't his fault. His front tire popped, like Alex's. And I watched the video. There was nothing that he could do about it to avoid crashing into the wall. And that's when I stopped watching.
She texted me and was like foreshadowing bomb to our F1 video, but she's like, this day has sucked. So yeah, I didn't even turn it on by that point, because then I was like, oh crap, it's race day, and then she texted me, I was like, okay, I'm not watching anymore. I can't take another heartbreak.
Yeah. So then lap 131, Will Power's car stalls. So then he's done. And then Christian Lundgaard's car also fails. So they're both out. And then Colton Herta got an unsafe pit release. So then he had to do a drive-through, and then he ended up at the back of the field. And so now Alex Rossi is the leader. And Josef Newgarden is in second, and Scott McLaughlin is in third. And then somehow, lap 148, Josef Newgarden overtakes Rossi for first. And then Rossi kind of falls away, and he doesn't even stay in the top 10 by lap 180. And then 181, Alex Palou made another pit stop along with everyone else. And then lap 199, Scott McLaughlin was able to overtake Alex for the lead. But then Josef Newgarden passed Alex for second, so Alex fell to third. And then lap 204, Scott actually touched the wall again. Had a fun day today. And Josef Newgarden started leading. And then lap 215, Joseph was in first, Alex was in second, and Scott McLaughlin and Kiffin Simpson were fighting for third. But the way that the race finished was Joseph in first, Alex in second, and Scott in third. And that's Joseph's first win for the season. And Alex couldn't tie the record for most wins in an IndyCar season. So, and it was his home race. So, yeah. But we'll go over to NASCAR. We're in the playoffs now, so I don't know how everything works, and I didn't learn yet. So that'll be for next week's episode, so I can talk a little bit more. But our stage 1 winner was Chase Briscoe. Our stage 2 winner was also Chase Briscoe. And then our top 5 for this race was AJ Allmendinger, John Hunter Nemechek, Eric Jones in third, Tyler Reddick in second, and Chase Briscoe won? Normally we don't see drivers get all 3.
Look, I double-checked this like 5 times. I even used Google and was like, I was like, I don't think this is right, but I used 3 different sites and they all said the same thing. But, now that I'm like talking about it, I'm still gonna go and check. Yeah,
Okay.
finished in first.
Alright, okay then. Whatever you say, Google.
Cool. Stage 1. Yeah, stage 1, Chase. Stage 2, Chase. Race results, Chase, and I'm using the NASCAR. Anyways.
But, yeah. And then we already went over the drivers in the playoffs, so last episode, so.
But since Chase won, he automatically goes into the next step without having to deal with eliminations or drops.
Okay, perfect. But then radar points. So yours, obviously, last week, the Netherlands, mine, IndyCar, and Liverpool and Arsenal. What's yours for this week?
F1. Monza.
Okay. Well, mine is the Commanders and Giants. Again, but we're not going to talk about that. And then Spain and Turkey also play on Sunday. So, it'll be fun.
Cool. Okay. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys liked our our radar points. If you want to see predictions, go watch our F1 videos. So if you want to be able to watch those videos and not miss them, please subscribe, turn on our post notifications, and again, like our videos. It makes our day when we get a bunch of likes on them. Also, if you follow us, it does also make our day a bit brighter. If you don't want to miss any of our little comments or anything, we have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the whole shebang. And then let us know in the comments anything that you're waiting to watch this weekend. Or your thoughts about these last games, these last races. We would love to hear them. I'm pretty sure you guys have had your moments where you wanted to scream at the TV, and trust me, same. So let us know in the comments. Anyways,